Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down and back at the desk for some more trailer watching today. Shout out to great content creator, especially in the world of like people who talk about horror film. Stony the Great. Love his content, the way he produces it, the way he talks about and how he thinks about horror film just always gets me excited. Even if he's talking about movies that I've seen, like I'm like, yeah, like just really, really fantastic creator. And anytime he talks horror, I'm listening because I think my guy definitely knows what he's talking about. And I saw him throw up a trailer reaction to this movie. I stopped the video right away. I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch this because we got some actors in here like John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush that I'm like, oh, okay, we gonna come play in the horror realm? Yes, please. And like I said, if Stoney's looking at something, I'm probably gonna want to check it out myself. And we got creators that I'm not very familiar with, and that is something that always gets me excited. And just like the poster and it's related to Shudder, like I'm already in because I think Stoney ain't gonna put stuff up unless he thinks it's looking good. What am I talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat? We are getting ready to take a look at the official trailer for The Rule of Jenny Penn. And synopsis reads, confined to a secluded rest home and trapped within his stroke-ridden body, a former judge must stop an elderly psychopath who employs a child's puppet to abuse the home's residents with deadly consequences. That sounds like a movie that I'm totally here for. And just because in images that exist on IMDb, I can see that, Lithgow is standing. I'm going to assume that he is the elderly psychopath and that the great Jeffrey Rush is our patient that is trapped inside of his stroke-ridden body, as well as trapped within this secluded rest home. And that in and of itself, just like on a like basis and synopsis alone, is something that I think already screams horror. I am definitely one of those people where I'm sure there are nursing homes and places for elderly folks that are great, but in general, like you're in a place that has death just as part of it, right? Like a lot of these senior citizens that end up in these homes, this is where they go to die, so to speak. And not necessarily like as soon as you show up there, that's what's going to happen, but like you're talking about a world that's already got death just built into it and things that can be creepy. Now you're bringing on a psychopath inside of that home that's leading to messing with residents at with deadly consequences. I think all of that is just screams good horror stuff. But also, we're going to be using a child's puppet. And like I said, if you've seen the poster, we'll put it up there. I mean, it's like baby dolls are creepy. If you watch Traders, they had a whole challenge that involved creepy baby dolls. And yeah, I mean, it's got all the elements that you want before push and play on anything. And then, like I said, we got creators here in James Ashcroft, who is writing and directing, but he has a team that his other directorial feature, this is his second, he wrote with Eli Kent and Owen Marshall. I love getting to see creators do things in my favorite spaces when I haven't, heard or seen anything that they've done before. So I'm blabbering a bit, so let's shut up and see if the man Stoney the Great was teeing us up to possibly a really interesting, fun, and maybe horrific horror movie. With the get the trailer up for you. It's up for me. Let's take a look at what we're getting for the trailer for The Rule of Jenny Penn. IFC Film, Shudder, two things I love. And this gal being a crazy person.
Knees on the ground. Come on, dearie, let it go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Ease up, don't let the breeze up. Ease up, Mother Brown.
I love Lithgow, man. But yeah, it's why it's got no eyes. I understand why it has no eyes. Winner at Fantastic Fest 2024. That's a good start for Mr. Ashcroft. Best actor, like that, directing and acting, getting
Then I'm
awards.
gone.
Stay clear of that lot over there. They're nuts. Give them toys to play with like children.
One of the best movies I've seen this year. I love when Stephen King hypes up a horror flick.
You're getting worse and worse till you can't speak or even lift a finger. That's if you can still think straight enough to know what kind of hell you're in.
What? Oh man, a film that will linger long after viewing.
I've been so bored.
I have a feeling he's not going to be bored during this
But
movie.
time, it seems, has awarded me
How long has he
certain
been there?
advantages. Be a waste not to honor that, don't you think?
Why did its space change? Profoundly
He's the menace
perverse.
here.
Yes, please.
He's been at me from the jump.
Utter nightmare fuel.
Hyenas rule. Enjoy your hidey hole.
Who rules? Jenny Payne. That's right. We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing.
Hello, Jenny Pin.
Yeah. Good night, Jenny Pin.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Here, take all my money. March 7th. Oh, that's this week? Oh. I'm glad that the man, Stoney the Great, threw this up on his channel because it got me to click on it, and now here I am. I got a movie to be very excited coming out this week. I'm going to have to find me a theater that's playing Jenny Penn. That looks absolutely fantastic. And all the kind of like smaller horror films that like truly get under your skin. Like some of the best horror films last year are not the big ones that everybody was talking about. You know, some of these smaller ones that come from Shudder, IFC, those two companies in particular have a way of finding creators that just create really unsettling, unnerving features. And this is littered with that. I mean, like I said, baby dolls are so creepy, especially when they're built to be creepy, which clearly Jenny Penn is. The no eyeball thing, the fact that her face changes, and the fact that like people in this nursing home know Jenny Penn, right? Like you saw like the one receptionist, hello Jenny Penn. Like that's terrifying. Like is the nursing home in on it? Because it feels like you saw the picture, like the black and white picture of a younger Lithgow possibly at this home already. Or unless that was a picture of something else. But like this guy, like if he's been around for a while and he's doing effed up stuff to folks, like again, one of these things where like you're in a nursing home, death is part of the deal. Maybe people dying isn't necessarily looked to be suspect, you know, and how he's going about it. I mean, maybe he's triggering heart attacks or strokes. Like the way he gets in Jeffrey Rush's mouth and is like, you know, who's in control or who makes the rules, and he's like Jenny Penn. It's like, nah, man. And then just, you know, the creepy stuff that Ashcroft has going on aside, John Lithgow is putting in a performance, dude. And Lithgow is one of those guys where anytime he crosses over from good to being bad, I am so much more excited. Like I'm stoked for the idea of him being Dumbledore. Possibly an interesting casting because of his age. Like you're gonna have a long run with that show on Max, you would have to imagine. So like interesting choice from that perspective when you're looking at the longevity. But I think he's a great choice for Dumbledore. He will inhabit all of the characteristics of that character and be someone who brings hope and someone that you can trust. Like all of those things. It's something that Lithgow is great at. But when Lithgow goes bad, he, I think, is just so much more interesting as an actor. Whether it's, his role in Ricochet, which if you've never seen Ricochet and you're a Denzel fan or a Lithgow fan, do yourself a favor. He is absolutely terrifying and severely psychotic in that movie. You want to talk about one of the greatest single seasons of television all time? I've got my mom finally into Dexter, where we just finished season 1. She wants to watch Origin. I was like, no. We're gonna watch all of the original seasons, or at least the first 4. But when you get to season 4 of Dexter, the Trinity Killer season, this is one of the greatest seasons of television all time. I think it stands toe-to-toe with any of the all-time great shows. If you take their best season, it's right there. And so much of that success is because of Lithgow as the Trinity Killer. And the way in that one, like, he inhabits both. Like, someone who's seemingly trusting, good guy, but also a crazy psychopath. And here, it seems like he's going to be playing with that too, where, like, you get the people who work at the home to trust you, but the actual residents probably fairly scared of this man. So he looks like he's doing work. Jeffrey Rush, obviously not as loud a character, but I think is a great counter for Lithgow. So I'm really excited to see what they're doing. Like I said, I think Ashcroft is doing some nice stuff behind the camera. I like the conceptual idea of this movie. And yeah, I am all in on the rule of Jenny Penn. And I want to know what that rule is. And I want to know if you want to know what that rule is, or if you're stoked for Jenny Penn. What are you guys thinking? Do you get excited when you see IFC Shudder in front of a horror movie? Do you like new creators or people maybe you're not familiar with? What are you thinking about Lithgow and Rush in this? What do you think of the concept? Like, is this speaking to you? Is this something that's going to get under your skin, creep you out like hardcore? Anything you were thinking, good, bad, indifferent, on the trailer for The Rule of Jenny Penn. I want those thoughts down below in the comment section. Look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime, we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions. You want to see my thoughts, which will be coming out at some point this week after we go see Jenny Penn. Probably won't be on Thursday because I got Mickey 17, but as soon as I can get to a theater to find this one, I'm gonna. So you want to see those thoughts, you just dig the vibe, you want to show a little love and support, come join C-Maniac Nation. Super easy. Jump over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time, for the C-Man Cinema Sit Down, I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. C-Maniac Nation, you look nervous. Is it the scars? Would you like to know where I got them? No? Well, then maybe you'd like to see another video with the C-Man. How about up here or over here? And if you really dig the C-Man, well, then show him a little love right over there.